we're going to be doing a little bit more work in the garden. I've got to pull down the cattle panel trellises, as you see behind me. We're going to be putting some new beds in this winter, so we're moving the tomatoes. I'm going to be taking the shade fabric off of my chicken coop and putting up plastic for the winter, greenhouse plastic, to help keep them warm throughout the winter. And hopefully, if the day holds, we're going to get some hay spread down on the new farmers market's beds to get them ready for spring planting. Just a quick little glance at my sad winter garden. You realize how small it is in the wintertime when there's no plants in it. But these are the two 18-foot beds that we used for tomatoes last year. And they're going to be, actually I haven't decided what I'm going to put them in this year. But we're going to be, as you see, we've got this whole space, which I have to burn off all the crud here in a little bit. We're going to be putting in beds running this direction. And I can fit 4 of them, and they'll be 9-foot beds from the fence line and still leave me a walkway. And we're going to run the tomatoes that way. The reason I'm moving them is because we found out these beds run north and south. Well, we didn't find out. I knew. I didn't think it would be too big of an issue, but my tomatoes on the back side this year didn't do as good as the ones on the front. And it's because they were getting shaded out. Once the plants got bigger, the sun was not hitting the back tomatoes as often. So we're going to move them, do them east to west, and that way they all get the equal amount of sun. I got some babies hiding under there. I'm not going to open that right now because it's pretty chilly out here and I don't want to shock them. They're little turnip greens and rutabagas, and there's my garlic bed going strong. I think the peas are done. We're not going to get much more off of them. The winter got them. But hey, spinach looks amazing. And carrots look amazing. So I'm not complaining. So I realized in the last video that I didn't show you guys my rabbits, which is weird because my rabbits are really a big part of the farm. They were the first animal we had. But anyway, I did show rabbits for a little while. I'm slowly getting out of them now, back into just meat rabbits. But this is Fluffy. He is the destroyer of worlds. He is an Angora. And his daughter over here, Taco. And her mom over here, she doesn't actually have a name. She never got a name, but she's beautiful. I do have someone that's interested in her. So, and then right here, this is Miss Sharon. She is one of my friendliest does. She is a lion's mane. And her babies, I've got King Louie, which if he'll show us his glorious little haircut. This is my meat buck. This is just old man. That's what I call him. He is a New Zealand gray. Beautiful boy. Right here is another Angora that I got. This is Cottontail. This was gifted to me. She's a sweet little thing. They're all looking at me right now because I'm in the process of feeding them. Here is a second New Zealand buck that I have. He's not tested yet, which is why I have the 2 of them. So we'll see how he does. And then I have a French Lop. You can see her. This is Lopsy. And her sister over here is Mopsy. I did not name them, by the way. I also have my 2 big Flemish. These guys don't have names. These are going to be, well, I should say girls don't have names. This is the start of my meat rabbit breed. There's one there, and there's one there. And these are big bunnies. If it helps, this is a 3-foot by 2-foot by 2-foot cage. So, I love these guys. These are big rabbits. And last but not least is Red. She is another New Zealand doe that I have. And I just picked her up this year. She was born earlier this spring, so she won't be bred until next spring. One big project we have this year is moving the rabbits. Where we've had them for the last 2 years or so. It's a nice little breezeway, and it's shaded by trees on both sides. We got fairly tall standing trees, about 20 feet apart. So it keeps them really cool in the summertime. But we are going to be clearing some of that tree line and extending the garden. So we're moving the rabbits to the other side. So not basically the same situation, just on the other side. Now this, I'm sure you're all wondering, you can see behind me, we live on an old school property. That is the stairwell tower. The building itself was torn down for the bricks, and the basement and the stairwell tower still remain. So it's pretty cool. We'll show you more of that as we're working on cleaning everything up and fixing everything. So I'm winterizing the coop today. This is a cattle panel hoop. It's two 16-foot cattle panels, and they're just bent over. We made a 2x4 frame, but we didn't do the frame on the ground like most people do. We actually attached the frame. As you can see, it's suspended above, and we attached the cattle panels to the outside of the frame, and then we put tin along the bottom edge. Now the reason we did this is so that 2x4 is not sitting in the dirt, and it keeps it lasting longer. We did the framework, you can see it right there. This side, the back side's got tin put on it, and we got the little window in there, and then the front side, it's the same framework for the door. But what I'm doing, in the summer we have this really nice shade cloth that's an old pool cover, and it's breathable material. It keeps it nice and shady but still lets the air through. And in the winter time, we take the front panel off and put this greenhouse plastic on. The greenhouse plastic I get donated to me from the master gardeners in our area when they take apart their greenhouse for the year. They donate the plastics. So it's a lot of plastic. I got the rest of it over there, and it's awesome. It's 8mm UV protected greenhouse plastic, so it lasts pretty good. And there's Shepherd inspecting everything. He's our new livestock guardian dog. Shepherd. He is 5.5 months old, and he's still learning. It's going to be fun with him because they're more for sheep, but we're going to teach him to take care of the ducks and the chickens, and he's doing good so far. So that's what we're working on today, and I'll show you again when I get it finished. There she is, all done. Now you'll see I have a little gap here where I didn't put any plastic, and that's on purpose. That's an air vent. This is our little solar powered motion sensor light. And the door, the latch, it's right there. Just pops open. I keep it open in the daytime. And we step inside. Window back here, which has a drop down that'll close at night just to help keep everything warm. But this is the south facing side of the coop, so it's going to act very much like a greenhouse and get sun all day and keep it nice and warm. The door, I keep it open right now, let them in and out, but we'll see when the first real cold comes in how warm it stays with the door open. If it doesn't stay warm enough, I'll probably keep them inside. It's a huge space in here, so there's not that many chickens. They don't mind staying cooped up. Night creeps in a little faster every day this time of year, and we unfortunately didn't get quite as much done today as we'd hoped, but we did get one big project completed, and with the chicken coops being completely bundled up for the winter, I don't have to worry anymore about my chickens being cold or getting frostbite. I do hope that you enjoyed sharing this little bit of time with us on our homestead today, and I hope that you stick around for more. Feel free to hit the subscribe and give us a thumbs up, and I can't wait to see you again the next time. Have a wonderful night from the Green Witch Homestead.